So hi everyone, myself Bhargav BS. So today's video is on the research paper Microsoft Windows Azure developing applications for highly available storage of cloud services. So the authors are Pratiksha P. Nikam, Ranjit Singh S. Suryamshi. Finally someone came from Suryamsha. Abstract. Cloud computing is a storing of data and applications on remote services and accessing them via internet rather than installing and saving them on our personal computers. As more publicly available scientific data sets become available, growing volume of this data has made it impractical to move data to desktop from analysis. These issues require a new computing paradigm, cloud computing. In recent years, achievement in cloud computing Azure as to remove these barriers. Microsoft has a huge contribution in this development of data centers for public cloud infrastructure known as Microsoft Windows Azure. This is nothing but advertisement of Windows. Introduction. Cloud computing, also known as on-demand computing, is an internet-based computing which provides information and shared resources to computer and other devices on demand. It provides on-demand access to shared pool on configurable computing resources. It provides user enterprises with various capabilities to store and process their data in third-party data centers. Cloud computing helps company to avoid upfront infrastructure cost and focus on projects that differentiate their business instead of infrastructure. Cloud computing has now become a highly demanded service or utility due to the advantages of high computing power, cheap cost of service and high performance scalability, accessibility as well as availability. Main companies have their own cloud service providers. Microsoft Windows Azure is a cloud computing platform released on 1st February 2010 and created by Microsoft. Literature review. By studying different research papers, journals related to this topic provided a lot of useful information. This information consists of various cloud computing services, futures and current issues related to such systems, possibility to proceed with further with different solutions to the existing problem. Cloud computing is a model for enabling applications convenient on-demand network access to the shared pool of a configurable resource. For example, network servers, storage application, etc. So that can be rapidly provisionized and released with a minimal management effort or service provider interaction. So this is a diagram which shows the architecture of Microsoft Azure service. So here are some terminologies which we should aware of. We should be aware of. So Windows Azure Storage means Windows Azure Storage. Windows Azure Storage. So this particular storage consists of blobs, tables, and queues. So blob, it is a binary large object. This is the simplest way to store data. A storage account can have one or more containers which contains one or more blobs. They store large amount of unstructured data. Blobs can be as large as 1 TB. Tables, to allow applications to work with the data in more um, fine-grained way, Windows Azure Storage provides table. These are not relational tables, but the data they can contain is actually stored in set of entities with properties. A table has no defined schema. Instead of properties, can have various types such as int, string, bool means boolean, int means integer, or date type. means date and timestamps. And rather than using SQL, an application can access a table's data using the simple query language defined by OData. Queues. Queues are somewhat different. They allow web role instance to communicate with worker role instance. Suppose a user requests to perform some task via web page implemented by Windows Azure Web Role. Web Role instance services request and writes message on queue. The worker role then reads the message and carries out the task. So Fabric controller, yes, it is a part of Windows Azure storage. So it creates a virtual machine and start application that runs in them. It also monitors all the running instances. Whenever any role instance fails, Fabric controller will generate new role instance to maintain the total number of instances required for the application. So Microsoft SQL Azure. SQL Azure consists of SQL Azure database. So it is somewhere related to database. Yes. So it is a comparison of existing cloud service provider with Microsoft Azure. So Amazon will provide only information as a service. Google will provide platform as a service, but Microsoft will provide both infrastructure and platform as a service. So in Amazon.NET will be supported, Oracle will be supported. Hey, in Google, Python and Django will be supported, but in Microsoft, a list of languages .NET, Java, and Apache, Ruby, PHP, C++ are supported. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you guys.